Yo, welcome in, Not Move Podcast. It's your boy Jimmy with Southgate and Zip Zap.
Hello,
Today
everyone.
we on the scrap sheet and we talking about UFC Vegas 115. But before we get into that, we got to dive into UFC Seattle. One of the best fight nights. Not even one of the best fight, one of the best cards of the year. Probably front runner for card of the year. Not probably is front runner for card of the year, in my opinion. We're talking about crazy knockouts. Uh, Absolutely absurd refing. I don't know what they're doing in some of those fights. Like like the level of difference is crazy. And then yeah,
Jimmy, don't forget one absolutely insane fight.
yeah, the down and then the downfall of Adesanya as well. So to start off, I mean Alexa Thymon versus whoever it was all right. It was, women. It was a like a it was a
Oh,
it was a
We got you.
what was it? Decision. It was just but that's not like all women's fights on this card. Like let's just go into the highlights. All right, highlights of this card.
okay, you
Uh
guys hear me?
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
we can
sir.
hear you. Um Highlights of last week's card. Of course you got Adesanya,
All right,
we're
I'm
gonna
here.
say
You
that.
ready?
Yeah, hold on. It's okay. We're gonna go over last week's card before we go onto this one.
I don't know if it's me or you.
Oh, he can't hear us. Well, Adesanya might be done. I don't know. Like
I'm gonna
he
try
was
and come
winning.
in and come back out.
He was winning in round two, and then he just got caught. He got too comfortable floating in front of him, and Joe Pfeiffer put it on him. It was crazy. Uh, I was thinking he was
Jimmy,
winning
I
that.
gotta, I gotta tell you, I agree with you. I thought Adesanya started out the fight looking good, keeping his distance, and the moment he stopped with the movement, that's when the fight changed, and it changed quickly.
Yeah, he just
You
decided
know,
like he had the leg kick going too. Like all he had to do is back up a little. He just got comfortable in front of him, and he got caught,
I
which
hate to
is
say it, but Adesanya is starting to look old in the ring, in the cage. And I mean that respectfully because the guy's a legend, but
yeah.
he looks like he can't maintain the energy that he once used to bring to the fight. It looks like that's gone, and that's hard to get back as you get older.
Yeah, Pfeiffer was 15, ranked in the weight class. Just beat a guy at 4, so we'll see. He's definitely jumping up, probably in the top 8, maybe top 5, depending. He might just,
Oh yeah.
um, so we'll see how that works. Alexa Grasso smokes Macy Barber, like
Holy crap.
smokes Macy Barber, man. Like I've never even seen like the fastest neck grab, unnecessary neck grab too. She wanted to make sure that was out of there. Fast.
This may go down as knockout of the year. This is a contender.
Like that was nasty what she did. Glad I got that one right. I didn't I see I had decision, but I was on the Grasso side, so plus money anyway. Shout out to Alexa Grasso. Um, and then another crazy fight. We're gonna jump to the prelims. Yujiri Balgori versus Bruno Silva. What a bro. These guys like Yujiri was just absolutely beating this man silly, senseless, and all types of the word, and the rest refused to stop it until it was like time. Bruno got every chance to come back in, and I was hoping he would because I had Usuri by decision, but Usuri like just finally just he was throwing all heat, all gas, and Bruno had no answer for him. He just couldn't have any control time on the ground, couldn't like maintain his control on the ground. He just got just smoked to a pulp. It's a
It
crazy
was a good
fight.
fight. It was
Yeah.
a good fight, and it showed that some guys have too much heart. If you, it's the only way I could put it. He was not going to go.
Yeah.
He was not going to go. So
Yeah.
it was once the beatdown started, it was nasty.
Yeah. Up further on the card, up a little bit above that, Chase Hooper got KO'd by Lance Gibson. Lance Gibson or yeah, it was Gibson, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna call him Lance. I don't want to I can't remember if it's Gibson or Gibbons, whatever. He smoked Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper was in on the takedown and got caught on the chin a couple times, and then as soon as Chase Hooper got caught the second time, the ref immediately called it out. Like this wasn't a we're gonna let you fight through it. This was a you're done. we're calling it here type of thing. Which it's a bit of a discrepancy here between the refs on like who's judging which uh fight, because there are different refs for different fights. Each ref has their own kind of decisive. But that was a huge talking point of the card. Like Chase got stopped immediately. I think regardless, Chase was out. Like he wasn't gonna win, but I thought he could have gone a little bit more. But
It
I
was
think
a
that
it
was
was a
just Bruno.
I'm going to agree with you here and say that it was, I'm not going to say it was a ridiculous stoppage, but it was a bit of an early stoppage.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't
And
think it was absurd, but
no,
it did seem a little early.
I hear you. I hear you. And then we had a overturned decision. Marcin Tybura and Tyrell Fortune was just they were just they were throwing around, takedown here, no crazy punches landed. It was a typical heavyweight fight without like when you see a heavyweight fight go to the distance, this is what you expect. Not nothing crazy. And they had Marcin Tybura on the cards 30-27, 29-28, 29-28, and then they flipped it as soon as Buffer announced it. He said, "Hold on, wait," and they redid it and they gave it to Tyrell Fortune, which that's a very rare thing they've done. It's happened before, but it's a rare overturn. So the rookie,
It happens once in a blue moon.
yeah, the rookie
It
got
is
out on
rare.
top. It's all right. I mean, it could have went either way. I wasn't really too fussed with. I mean, I had Tyrell. It helped my picks, but I mean, I don't know. I wasn't too. That wasn't nothing crazy. Another
I gotta
crazy
say the
fight.
last, and just to throw this out there, the last time it may have happened another time since, but the last time I remembering this happening in the UFC was Demetrius Johnson versus Ian McCall.
Yeah, it's been a
Uh, their
very long time. Yeah,
their first fight was it was awarded a victory, and then they reset everybody up and then called it a draw. It was just a really weird thing. They ended up fighting again, and
yeah,
the Mighty Mouse just pummeled them.
yeah, Dominic, yeah. Um, yeah, you don't see that too often. One more quick thing I want to bring up from that card: Ignacio Bahamondes versus Tafik Masayev. Ignacio was
Yes.
looking good, and then Tafik had a blatant fence grab. And not only did he had a blatant fence grab, he headbutted him on the ground. I was like, "What are we doing here, bro? You got to do something, ref." And and then freaking not even 2 seconds later, he pulls an elbow from hell and just smokes the top of his foot. Ignacio Bahamondes was just drenched the entire like the cage. The rest of the night looked like a murder
Completely
scene,
red.
bro. Yeah, it was bad.
Jimmy, I gotta tell you, this was one of I really enjoyed this fight. Maybe for the
Oh,
wrong reason.
it was a good
Ma- it- it-
scrap, but
I mean,
Ignacio got robbed.
this fight told a story. It told a really weird story. One guy on the verge of victory gets it taken away from him due to an illegal move, which the
Like
ref
right in
didn't,
front of the ref. Right.
right in front of the ref,
Plain
and it was
view.
allowed to happen. And then, as he's still in a controlling position, he gets absolutely blasted. And then the blood just wouldn't stop. The entire cage is red, and these two just went to war with each other. I thought it was an amazing fight with a lot of. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up running it back. I wouldn't be.
Ignacio deserves better, man. I don't count that as a loss for him, man. He got robbed. He got hosed. Um, I think that's really. I mean, that was a great card. There was a couple other good fights, good spots. Oh, what's his name? Who was it that retired? Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa retired.
Oh, just
Got
yes.
Yeah, he got his first round submission off on what was it, Nico Price? And Nico Price also retired, which was sad because Michael Chiesa got his send off, and Nico Price was just standing in the ring waiting for to be interviewed, and then they shoot him away. He didn't get his send off, which I kind of felt bad for. But I mean, you got to get the girls in the net. Not everyone gets a send off, I guess. Not for UFC.
No, unfortunately not.
other than that, I think it was a really good card of the year so far for me. This is why you gotta watch the fight nights, man. Just you never know what's gonna happen. Um, News wise, according to Chael Sonnen, like this is all I got for the news this week because I haven't really been on the internet too much this week. I've been out of it. But Chael Sonnen announced on Twitter earlier today that the Amin Zahabi Sean O'Malley fights at the White House is for the interim bantamweight championship due to Peter Yan having back surgery earlier in January. He's not recovered as well as they thought they were going.
Really?
Yes. So Zahabi versus O'Malley for an interim belt, according to Chael Sonnen. This is not confirmed by Dana. This is just Chael. So I would take
Okay.
that with a little grain of salt. But maybe Trump gets his sixth title. He's getting another title fight on his card that he promised six, and he only gets two. And also, I saw a rumor of Gaethje being hurt, and if Gaethje is hurt, then Armin is the backup fighter for Ilya versus Gaethje, which
Eh,
Armin versus Ilya would be. I mean, I think that's a good fight. I think Armin could beat Ilya.
I actually like that matchup better than Gagey. I was nothing about the
Gaethje
Gagey
dies.
matchup. The Gaethje matchup didn't really excite me, and it's not that
No,
Gaethje isn't a good fighter, just that I don't it doesn't seem like a good matchup.
I don't want Ilya. Ilya's becoming Randy Orton, man. He's killing all the. He's becoming the legend killer. He already he smoked he smoked Volk. He smoked he smoked my boy Max. He smoked Charles. I don't want him to smoke Gaethje too, man.
Legends gotta go, man. Legends gotta
It's
go.
crazy. But I think other than that, I think that's all we got. Let's head into this UFC Vegas card. Break it down. Southgate, you back with us, man? You hear us? You there? You got all clear? Hello, Mr. Gate. All right,
Perhaps
word.
he'll rejoin us in a second.
Hold on. I know the first fight is Dakota Hope versus Kai. I don't know his last name off the top of my head. And
Kai,
this is
Kai, hyphenated name. That
no,
guy.
it's not the New Zealand. It's not the New Zealander.
Okay, okay.
This is Kai is coming off of Kai's the Bellator guy. He's been in and around. This is the second stint in the UFC. Um, he's fought all right competition. He's pretty good on just standard striking. Dakota Hope is this big brawling dude who is big for the weight class. He throws wild strikes. He's not very technical at all. And in a striking fight, I kind of go for the I like the technique over the just straight power because straight power you're opening you're opening yourself up to get countered a lot. So I'm going with Kai just on counter ability.
I
And
have to admit, I'm not overly familiar with Kai, but if he is technical, I do tend to favor guys who throw straight down the middle over guys who rely on power hooks. Um, I don't know the size difference between these two. That's something that I would definitely take into account. If the power guy has longer arms, a significant height, then I would might lean toward him. But it all depends on the because I'm not overly familiar. It would rely on the tail of the tape and what I see from them doing a little back search on them.
Like, can you guys hear me?
yeah,
Yes.
you bet.
Okay. Thank God. Sorry about that. So you got the
No,
first fight out of the way?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I was
good.
about to look it up. I was like, I didn't know if you
I'm
were here or
sorry.
not.
The second fight at 5:35, we got Dion Barbosa versus Melissa Gatto. Barbosa's minus 132, Gatto's plus 112.
Jimmy, quick question for you. Barbosa, any relation to Edwin Barbosa?
No, I think that's just it's a common Brazilian name.
Just okay, okay.
Yeah, Barboza here. I'll lean her side just because the grappling pressure and be able to dominate top position. Gato is just taking a long layoff. She's a volume striker. She doesn't really have like that power that we've seen like other fighters have. She's like she'll touch you up on the feet, but I feel like this is gonna get decided on the ground in the dominant position. And I'm going with Barboza by decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with you on this one. One thing I know about certain things in MMA is never go against a Brazilian early in their career. And I don't say that to be funny. I say that because they tend to be more advanced than most other fighters, at least at an early stage. With that being said, yeah, I'm gonna go with. I would definitely put a buck on Barbosa for this one.
All right, this third fight, Saturday, 6 o'clock. Excuse me if I butcher the names. It's Azamat
Bukoyev,
Bekioff versus Tresian Gore.
Trayshawn Gore.
Uh, Bekioff is minus 650. Gore is plus 480.
Yeah, well deserved lines. Bakoyev got mauled in his last fight, but that's because he went against Usury, and we just seen what Usury's capable of and what he just did last week on poor Bruno Silva. Um, he like Bukoyev is the same type of guy. He just ran into a guy that's better at it than he is. That pressure in your face, boxing style mixed in with the wrestling capability. I'm taking Bukoyev uh, any way he wants it. Probably the first round, because he can mix it. Like I'm seeing a club and sub. Trayshawn Gore, he's a solid striker. He's just 5-4 in the UFC, and I haven't seen him like excel to that next level yet. I think this Bukoyev has potential, and I'm not going to knock him for losing to dude a marauder like Usury. He just got out marauded in his last fight. I think he's going to be able to be the marauder in this one.
Yeah, I don't like to use this term much, but it kind of fits. When you have somebody who's a standard fighter, what I mean by standard is somebody who's a bit of a journeyman, um, versus somebody coming who with potential coming off of a bad loss. This is the kind of fight you put them in to kind of rebuild their confidence, get them back on track to winning, and he should.
All right, the next fight up, 625. Looks like a lot of women fighting this week. You got Alice Pereira minus 132 versus Haley Cohen at plus 112.
Yeah, here I'm gonna take the UFC vet. I think Haley's just more sound technically. Like she's not like Elise is a really good striker. It's just that she's so green. Like if you see her on her last fight, she threw a jumping switch knee. That's cool, but it was 3 feet off the target. Like she has potential. She's just not going to be able to find a win here against a UFC vet, someone who's been tested. But like Haley, Haley's going to get her to the ground. I don't think Elise has the grappling capability as Haley does. Also, like the striking, it's like I said earlier, she's got good striking. It's just like she can't aim. Like the potential is there. It's just not there yet. You know what I mean? It's still got to be worked out. And I feel like Haley will just get it to the ground and grind out a decision. She could probably sting her up on the feet too, because at least with these wild like throws wildly and leaves herself open a lot. So I'm gonna have to go Haley on the UFC vet side.
I'm going to go the opposite way on this one, but not because I disagree with you. I just think sometimes you can have a matchup where the young, unproven person just shines. It just
Mhm.
seems to come together. I believe this may be that kind of fight.
Man,
So
that'd be great for her.
I'm gonna say a decision, possibly even a close fight, but I'm gonna go with the young gun on this one.
All right.
All right, the next fight coming up after that will be at 650. Alessandro Costa minus 430 to Stewart Nicole. Am I saying that properly? Plus
Nicole.
340.
Yeah. Um, listen, Costa just had a bad matchup against Coria. People were underrated Coria. Coria is a really solid fighter. Costa just was on the bet like he was just fighting a guy who was very competitive, very comparable in this fight game. Um, Let me just tell you this: there is a UFC Perth card in about a month or a couple weeks, and Stewart isn't on it. I feel like that tells you enough. That's all you need to know. He's not good enough to be on his hometown card. I don't think he's gonna be good enough to get a win all the way over here. Um, Costa's a really solid fighter all around. Really good jujitsu and really good hands as well. So I think he gets Nicole out of there. Probably submission is what I'm going to lean. It's got that BJJ.
I'm a Costa fan. I think Costa has potential. I don't know how far that potential will go, but I enjoy watching the fight. So I'm going to take Costa by stoppage. I don't think we
Mm.
see. I don't think this fight sees the last bell. I think this fight by stoppage.
Hey, all right, we in agreement.
All right, the next fight up, 7:15, is Lando Venata
Yeah.
minus 225 versus Darius Flowers plus
The fact
188.
that the fact that this is even a fight is absurd, absolutely absurd. Venata hasn't fought in 3 years, and I thought Darius Flowers got cut. I I have no idea what is happening, why this is scheduled, and what is going on. I don't like this is a coin flip fight. If you're putting money on this, you're wild. But Flowers is terrible on the ground, absolutely trash. Venata has an okay ground game, and he's all right striker. But you ain't seen him in 3 years. And then Flowers, on the other hand, he's got pretty good power, but he's a fish on the ground. So this is really a coin flip fight. Um, so I'm gonna go with the dog, but I'm not putting no money on it, and I'm not touching. I'm not touching this money. I go Flowers. Can find. He's got the puncher's chance. I'm rolling with the puncher's chance with Flowers. Not very confident. Not putting no money on it. No real money will be on this fight, but the pick is Flowers just because why not? This guy hasn't fought in 3 years. Flowers hasn't fought in a year and a half. So both like, why is this happening?
Not fighting in 3 years in no way can be a good thing. Only a select few fighters are able to come off with a very good performance after such a long layoff. I don't see that happening. That being said, I don't see this being a good fight. It may actually be two guys get in the ring, rusty, sloppy techniques. We may end up
You're
with a
cut them
fight of the
both.
night. It could be a fight of the night, or it could be the worst fight we've ever seen. I have no idea which way this fight's going to go. I would avoid
Put
laying
any
anything on this.
I feel you.
All right, the next one, 7:40. It's pretty much pick 'em. It's Gulhermi Pat versus Thomas Peterson.
Oh shoot, did you skip a couple? Or is it?
No, I went from
Oh,
Vendetta
word.
to
All right, all
Pat.
right. Oh,
That's what it says.
maybe my list was out of order. My bad. Listen, I like Guilherme Pat. Guilherme Pat, 6'5", 6'6", Brazilian karate style, bro. He's got the karate style, man. I like it. He's a really slick striker. He's an all right grappler. He's not nothing crazy. He's got the southpaw boxing style. He's all right. But I like Guilherme Pat a lot. I'm a fan. I think he can find the KO here. Peterson hasn't done really nothing like too crazy to like make me fear his ground game, and I don't think his hands are going to be able to keep up with the work that Guillermo Pat does on the feet. So I'm gonna go with Guillermo Pat here by KO.
Seen Yermit Pat fight one time, and I was very impressed. Not really overly familiar with the opponent, but like I said, I was impressed with Yermit Pat, so that's where I would go.
Well, he's actually favored for the KO. So the last prelim is Jose Delano minus 330 versus Robert Rucella.
Dang, odds went up on that. That was a pick 'em at one point in time, and Vegas
Yeah,
has it
now it's
right.
minus 330 and Robert's plus 265.
Yeah, I feel like Vegas figured it out. Ruchala, he's got the Polish power. But he's not the same fighter as Delon. Jose, he's an all around like incredible technical fighter. Incredible hands. Never leaves himself open. He doesn't really have that KO power, but he has the volume, and he'll never leave himself open at all. Like this is like he's just throwing straight kinetic energy, straight easy fire shots. Never gonna put himself in harm's way. Uh, Very excited to watch this guy just work out. Like he will technically outstrike him um, from every point. And also, if like Ruchala wants to try to get it to the ground, like Delon's got like a really solid stance where he's got good takedown. He stands deep back. I think he can fend off the takedown. I think we're gonna see Ruchala get stung up for 3 rounds, and this is just uh, gorgeous to watch, man. This will be a spectacle. I think this will be a spectacle.
I think you just said what the fight is exactly what's going to be. You're going to have one guy who's completely standing up, primarily boxing, versus a takedown artist. Expect to see jabs to keep him. What this may actually end up being, unfortunately, a stylistically bad fight. I think we're going to see somebody who's more dominant standing, keep someone on the outside who has to dive in from far away to try to work takedowns. Expect to see a long holds up against the cage, just long clinches. I don't expect this to be a fan favorite kind of fight, but I tend to like strikers when I see fights like this. So I'm going to stick with that. I don't know if he actually gets taken down, if he can be held down. Yeah, give me the striker. Like I said, I don't expect this to be. I don't expect this to be a barn burner fight.
All right, now we're moving into the main card. Saturday, 8:15. Jose Delano versus. Wait, did we just do this one?
Yeah. Wait, what? Did we do this one? Who is Ruchala
Oh,
fighting?
who's the opponent?
Oh, that's funny. They have it on the prelim, and then they moved it to the main card.
They moved it to the main card then.
Yeah,
Man,
it's the last fight on the prelim and the first fight on the main card.
Yeah, something must have got something. A fight must have been removed, so they elevated.
Is the Estevan fight still? I guess it's the Estevan fight. Estevan must have got. I haven't watched the weigh-in show today. I've been on the road all day. So
all right, so they both say 8:15. So I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so the first fight after that is Saturday, 8:45 on the main card. Tommy McMillan, big favorite, minus 1,400 against Manolo Zencini, plus 760. I'm sure I butchered that. I'm sorry.
That's your Italian brother right there. Zucchini's from the motherland, bro.
He sounds it.
This is not a good. McMillan's not good, but Zucchini is trash. Zucchini took
He must be. I mean, if he's plus 760.
He got knocked out 2 years ago against Morgan Shire in the first round. Granted, Morgan Shire is really good, but Zucchini is just a square, man. He ain't nothing. He strikes like you ain't nothing to fear from him, to be honest. And like he leaves himself wide open most of the time. He crisscrosses his feet. He has no foot movement. Maybe what we've seen in this 2-year layoff, he finally figured out how to work his feet and how to work a jab better. Because in that Shire, in his previous fights, he just looked lost out there. McMillan is not crazy good. He's not minus 1,400 good against most people. So I don't know. I wouldn't play this fight for nothing. I think this is a setup spot for McMillan to try to. You know what? If you want something crazy, I would go with McMillan by decision, just because if Zucchini can survive the grappling onslaught, McMillan doesn't throw heat, so wow, long shot play. McMillan by decision. I don't fucking know. This is ridiculous.
Earlier on, we had a fight between two guys who are coming off of layoffs. who's it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a stop. It just we expect the techniques to be off. In this fight, we have two guys that are fairly active who don't really have sound, efficient techniques. I don't expect this match to be much of anything. It's a showcase match to say, hey, McMillan, if you really want to be a player, you have to win this match or you are going to be relegated to being a gatekeeper. Show up or show out. That's what it is. This is a show up or show out match. That's exactly what this is. I'm going to say he wins it. Don't know how. It may be a clinch war. He may throw a haymaker that lands.
Well, they actually think McMillan's going to win by submission.
Submission, yeah, that's what I could see.
Yeah, okay. They have him at minus 125.
I'm not even confident of that, but I will say expect a few takedowns. But I'm not even confident of a submission.
Now, Jimmy, can I ask you a question? If this is something like I'm just throwing in the $5 parlay, and
I would avoid that. I would avoid that fight with a flag, bro.
I'm saying, can I make it juicy? Just throwing in zucchini?
I don't think you want to do that.
Want to donate money to your local sports book?
Okay.
I would say this, Southgate. Have you ever been in a mood where you're saying, you know what, I want to buck the trend and put $1 to do so?
Yeah.
This would likely be that one. That being said, you have to be comfortable with kissing that $1 goodbye as well.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
If you want a dog like early on, like Trayshawn Gore has a puncher's chance against Makoev, but Makoev is just a marauder. So I lean more towards Makoev, but Trayshawn Gore is not a bad dog play if you want a dog that's decent money. But I don't expect him to win. He's just that is a better dog than McMillan. Yeah, we hear you.
Shit.
Oh, it happened again.
We always hear you, bro.
No, we hear you, man.
Oh, I'm back. Okay, the sports book that lets you wager anywhere in the country.
And we're giving you a massive edge. Use promo code NOTMOVE when you sign up and get a 100% match on your first 3 deposits.
Plus, there's a 200% crypto bonus up to $27.50. Football, hoops, baseball, soccer, it's all in play.
Think you know sports? Ride with the underdog. Get in on Pick'em or Best Ball. Make your moves and watch the games come alive. Play $5, get 100 instantly when you sign up with promo code NOTMOVED. Turn every drive, dunk, and homer into a payday. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and start winning.
Need some new Not Move drip? The In the Wickets hoodie just dropped. Super soft fleece, heavyweight feel, and the official NMP patch on the sleeve. Tap add to cart, check out, and let us handle the rest. In a couple days, it shows up at your door, ready to rock. Rep the podcast from the couch to the tip.
Oh, the Orphan Elimination Chamber tee just dropped. Fresh out the box. Look at this.
That print is nasty. Chainlink O, silver hit. It's tough.
It's soft too, y'all. Fits right. Little drip for the Elimination Chamber weekend.
We rocking these all season.
If you're part of the Not Move fam, you already know.
Jump on it before it's gone.
Grab yours now at Not Move Shop.
Today's episode of Not Moved is brought to you by Open Goal, the world's #1 backyard goal. If you love soccer but hate chasing balls into the neighbor's yard, this thing is a game changer. Its rebound net sends missed shots right back to you, and the side nets keep your landscaping and your windows safe. It's perfect for kids, for training, or just having fun.
Today's episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by Walmart.com. With our storefront in the Walmart app, you can get everything you need, pick up or have it delivered.
We ordered dinner while recording and it showed up before we wrapped.
Better good sweet corn and burrata ravioli.
Nuri protein drinks, even St. Patrick's Day treats.
Walmart.com.
Episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by the MLB Shop. They have every team's gear, from classic caps to World Baseball Classic hoodies, all official and all ready for game day. Tap the link in our bio to head straight to the shop and snag your favorite merch.
Basketball nights just got even bigger. With NMP and MyBookie, you can bet on every matchup, no matter where you live. Tap in, pick your spread, and watch the action unfold. Start wagering in every state with NMP and their sponsor, MyBookie.ag. Use promo code NOTMOVE for up to $125.
The Not Move podcast is fueled by Dubby Energy. Smooth, jitter-free focus and flavors that slap. Mango, berry, watermelon. Whatever gets you locked in, they've got it. Hit up Dubby.gg, use promo code NOTMOVED, and snag 10% off your order. Stay not moved, stay energized.
Today's episode is brought to you by the NFL Pro Shop. If you want to rep your squad with fresh gear, this is where you get it.
Jerseys, hats, hoodies.
Even the sideline stuff. It's all there and it's all official. Hit the Not Move link in our bio. Gear up for
right here on TikTok. The Not Move podcast presents you Southgate's Parlays. Break the bookies, not your bank. For just $9.99 a day or $49.99 a week, you get the daily fire picks delivered straight to your phone and a direct line to Southgate himself in our private Discord. Tap the link, grab your membership at notmoveshop.com.
Not move, fam. Southgate edition just landed and it's fire. Check the tee, watch out for the skis and the wickets. Hockey stick, cricket wickets, all vibes. We got hoodies, mugs, caps, beanies, whatever you need. Cop yours before they...
Here, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys?
Yep.
All right. What match do we have next on the
I don't
card?
think you could hear me.
No, we hear you, bro.
We got you,
Come
Southgate.
Okay, here we go. If I remember right, it's the Verna Jandaroba versus Tabitha Ritchie. I might be wrong though. I know that's a fight on this card. I just don't know where we are. I don't know if it's
Is that the co-main event?
that is the co-main event. Baby Shark
Um,
versus Jandaroba.
yeah, you know what? This might actually be the fight that I'm looking forward to the most.
I
I
like
think.
I like dog.
Oh, go
Man.
ahead.
I like Tabitha Ritchie, man. I don't. I know it's a bad stylistic matchup just because Jandaroba has that clinch work. She can get you to the ground and she can control from the ground, control from on top. But Tabitha Ritchie's, I think, a better striker, and she has good like positioning on the ground, like good solid jujitsu where she's not gonna get in a spot to be submitted. But what I worry about is Jandaroba just laying on top of her for all the control time, getting all the control time points. But when
I
it's
gotta
on the
say,
feet,
I don't.
I want to see Tabitha win, man, and I think they want to push Tabitha because Jandaroba low key gave Mackenzie Dern a run for her money. Like it was a split decision, but or it was a close decision, it wasn't split. But I think they want to push Tabitha Ritchie, man. So I think in the decision, I want to take the dog and Ritchie, but I see why people pick Jandaroba. I just believe in the dog, man. I like her style. I like what she brings.
What concerns me is that I believe Richard's going to be taken down. I don't know if Richard can fight her way back up. I know
Yeah,
she may be able to avoid being submitted, but I don't know how well off her back she can fight. And I expect to see her to be at least g- attempted to be taken down often. So she's going to
mhm,
have to conserve her strikes because her strength is going to be the stand up. She's
yeah.
not going to be able to wing punches in this fight because that will leave openings.
It's a
I
valid
don't know
take.
if she pulled. I gotta say, I don't think she pulls this out. Um, I think this is the fight I'm looking forward to most on the card because I think whoever wins this fight is going to put themselves back into a prime time fight on a major card. So
I agree.
yeah, I know you like Richie, but I
No,
gotta go. I
like
gotta go
all
I gotta go the other way in this one.
all your reasonings are valid, man. Like like completely valid. Like I'm not mad at it. I take it all. I don't know. I like the striking edge. I like the young blood. But the thing is, like Jada Roba's 37, and she can continue using that style until she's 40, like well into her 40s, man.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's not a hard style for her to. It's not hard on her to do that. So we'll have to see. We'll find out tomorrow night, man.
Find
Like I
out
said,
soon.
So,
uh,
is this the first fight you did since I lost service?
yeah, I don't know where we were at what did we do? We did the McMillan fight was the last one you talked about. And the only one
Okay,
I didn't
so
know which
that
one was next, so I jumped to
yeah, the
The
next
co-main.
one is Ewing
Oh
minus
yeah,
150 to Rafael Estevan.
yeah. This is a good fight. See, this is what I thought the prelim opener was. I guess they moved it up further on the card.
Yeah, it's at
Um,
9:15.
Ethan Ewing, really, really, really solid striker, man. Like, and he knocked out Malcolm Wellmaker, and Malcolm Wellmaker was coming up like he was going to be the next big thing, and he ran into Ethan Ewing, another good striker. Uh, and he handled Malcolm Wellmaker, handling him his first loss in the UFC, man. Um, I like Ethan Ewing here. Estevan has been a weight bully his entire career at fighting at flyweight. Now he's finally making his jump to bantamweight because he kept on missing weight repeatedly, And even one time he fought, Jesus Aguilar was given all he could handle. Uh, Esteban's path to victory is the ground. I just feel like the strength advantage here lies with Ethan Ewing. So I'm gonna go with Ewing just because I like the striker in this fight. It's always the striker versus grapplers, and I don't know which way to lean. Sometimes I lean grapplers, sometimes I lean strikers. In this case, I'm leaning the striker just because the grappler has struggled in the past before, and he's no longer the weight bully of the class. He's the smaller guy, and Ethan Ewing is a really sound striker who can give most people problems on the feet.
Jimmy, the funny thing about this is as soon as he said the names, I said, oh, yeah, this fight. And then I said, you know what? This is basically a 50-50 fight between a grappler and a striker again.
Mhm.
Both of these guys, unfortunately to me, I don't want to say they're completely one-dimensional, but they're known for being one way with their
No,
style.
yeah, for sure.
I am going to agree with you. I tend to favor strikers unless the wrestler or the grappler is just overwhelming. And I don't see that being the case in this fight. I think they'll each have their moments, but one well-placed strike can definitely change the outcome of this fight. All you have to do is catch a wrestler coming in with one to the nose, and then they'll
Yeah,
second guess every time that they think about coming in. And that's
yeah,
what we have is a fairly accurate striker. So that's the way I'm going. I'm going. I think we agree on this one.
yes, sir, yes, sir. We saw that last week with the Chase Hooper fight where the wrestler just got tagged up on coming in on the entry. You can get caught coming in, man. It's a dangerous
All the
game coming
time.
in.
There's no such thing as a grappler who can take you down without opening themselves up. The thing
Mhm.
you have to do is hide it to the last moment.
Yeah,
The better you are at doing that, the less likely you are of getting clocked on the way in.
for sure. What's the next fight, Gate? What we got after that?
Should be the main.
Oh, was that the feature? Yeah, that might have been the feature, right? I think that was, yeah. So Money Moicano versus Chris Duncan. Show me the Money Moicano, baby. Makes his return after losing to Benel Dariush.
Yes, sir.
I love Moicano. Um, but Moicano is just he wants to be a YouTuber now. He's he made his money, he got the money. He fought
You got it.
Makhachev. He got his title. He kind of got smoked. Well, he didn't. It wasn't really kind of. He did get smoked. He wasn't supposed to be in that position in the first place, to be honest. But he got his payday, and now he's doing well, and his YouTube channel's popping off. He stopped doing his English one, and his Portuguese one's just going crazy. And he just opened a gym. Um, you know,
Jimmy, can I ask you, does that worry you that he has so much going on that maybe he's not as focused as he should be? Does
yeah,
that
and
worry you?
This is all Chris Duncan's got, man. This is what he's about. Chris Duncan is a really slick striker. Throws that freaking heinous elbow, man. He'll smack you with that at any time. And he's sound on the ground. I know Moicano's a really good grappler, but I don't think Moicano can get the takedown necessary to get to Duncan. But if he does, here's what I want to worry about this fight. Every time Chris Duncan tries to get up, he leaves his neck wide open, like absolutely wide open. And Moicano hunts people's necks like it's lunch.
He'll go out, he'll reach it and grab it if it's there.
Like, and you never really know because Moicano came out against Dariush and he looked lost, but he went in against BSD the fight before that and like bodied BSD, took him to the ground and beat his face in. But that was the hungry Moicano, and the Dariush fight was after Moicano got all his money. So I would lean more towards the striker, the hungrier fighter, but there's always that chance that Moicano gets him down. And every single time Chris Duncan fights his way up, he always leaves his neck wide open, leaves his back ready to get taken. So that is my one concern. But other than that, I think Chris Duncan late probably finds the target,
You
which does
know,
pain me to say. I love Moicano. Moicano is a really good dude.
I can't blame Moicano for losing to Darush because Darush is an absolute monster. Okay, there's no shame in losing.
Hello?
With yeah, man.
Okay,
That
yeah, there
being
was one
said,
fight you missed, Jimmy.
Oh, word. Hold on.
It was Abdul Rahman versus
Oh,
Brenton.
yes,
Yes.
Riberas. Yeah. Okay. I didn't
Yes,
forget about that one.
Brenton Ribeiro or something. Rahman's like minus 2,000.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
jump back to that. We'll jump back to that, and I'll make it quick then. I didn't know that Moicano had so much going on outside of the ring.
yeah.
I know he's active, but I didn't know how active. And that's kind of a concern for me, especially when you face somebody who is hungry, when you face somebody who really can, come in and take advantage of you, control a fight against you.
Mhm.
And Duncan is very capable of doing that. But Moicano is extremely experienced, and I think in a way gotta want some get back, gotta be hungry. And I would imagine that one victory here for Moicano with the name carries weight and would
Mhm.
then put him back into at least a contendership. So
No, it's yeah.
I'm gonna go with Moicano here, not by stoppage, by decision, but a thorough decision.
Yeah, hard fought fight. Yeah, I can see that.
Hard fought fight.
I mean, these guys are teammates. They know each other pretty well, so I could see a decision definitely happening. Um, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Like I said earlier, I like Moicano. I just lean towards Duncan in this fight. Um,
Fair enough.
Back to the fight we missed, Yakiev versus
Rockman.
Rivera. Yeah.
Abdul Rockman.
Yeah. Well, it's Abdul Rahman Yakiev. He's got three names. He's a dog. Um, Basically, however he decides to end the fight. There's not much explaining needs to be done. Brenson Yarborough, really good striker. Not on the level of Abdul at all. Uh, it's hard to tell how he's gonna do it because he's really solid on the ground, but he also hits like a freaking truck. So, you know, I might just do Yaki or Abdul Rahman round one, probably. Round one. This is solid. I don't know how, but round one. Ribeiro does have a puncher's chance like anybody, but he's running against a wall right here.
Earlier on, I said that there was a showcase fight for a fighter to basically get their name up, and that's what we're going to see happen in this one. This is Abdul Rahman's. Everyone take notice. This guy is on his way.
Yeah.
An impressive showing here, and you can expect a big time fight in his future.
For sure, for sure. And I think that covers up UFC Vegas 115, Moicano versus Duncan. Tune in next week as we break down UFC 327 back in Miami, baby. We got Carlos Ulberg versus Yuri Prohashka for the interim light heavyweight championship, as well as Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira for the flyweight championship as Joshua Van's in his first defense. The entire card is heat all the way through.
Don't
So make
sleep
sure
on
you,
Oldberg.
yeah, don't. Hey man, Yuri's the last samurai, man. That's my
Hey,
dog.
Yuri's that dude, but all I'm saying is don't sleep on Oldberg. That guy, man, he's on something. Don't sleep on him. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
gonna be an insane fight, and we're gonna be right back here next week breaking it down, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Stay tuned, stay not moved. We out.
No, but Friday nights, 9 Eastern, it's the Dribble, NBA edition on the Not Move podcast. We break down the week, the trades, the highlights, everything around the league. Tap in, chop it up with us, and get the takes that move the game forward. Stay not moved.
If you're craving baseball talk that doesn't flinch, tap in with us Monday nights at 8 Eastern.
It's the Rusty Mitt MLB edition of the Not Move podcast. Breakdowns, debates, all the swings and misses without the fake fluff.
Join us live or catch the replay wherever you get your pods. Rusty Mitt, not moved. Stay not moved.
Tap into the Not Move podcast every Friday night at 8 Eastern.
We're bringing the Scrap Sheet, UFC edition.
Every jab, every takedown, every headline.
All the fights, all the drama, all the picks, right here.
Watch live on YouTube or listen anywhere you get your podcast. Hit follow, hit subscribe.
And stay not moved.
Tuesday nights just got louder. Ringside Rewind is live every week, 9 Eastern.
We're breaking down Raw, SmackDown, and everything leading into the weekend. If it happens between the ropes, we're talking about it.
Deep dives, hot takes, and a few surprise
and
replays.
A whole lot of arguing.
Yeah, but the good kind.
Ringside
Every Thursday night, the Not Move podcast drops a new episode of
In the Wicked.
Our deep dive on everything around the NHL.
We break down the plays, the trades, the stats, and the stories that matter.
Plus a few hot takes along the way.
Join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern or catch it on your favorite podcast app right after.
Same energy, same on.
The world's game has a new home. Tap into the Not Move podcast every Sunday night at 9 Eastern. It's the football edition, and I'm bringing you the El Uncle Max attack, everything World Cup, every angle, every goal. Breakdowns, laughs, and all the passion in the pitch. Stay locked, stay ready.
Morning bettors, welcome back to Angling the Odds on the Not Move podcast.
Every Monday and Friday, we tear into lines, probabilities, and hidden edges across the boards.
We run the numbers, chart the trends, and find value plays so you can tilt the odds your way.
Live at 10:30 Eastern. Mark it, lock it, and join the conversation.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.